Man, I say it too often. One thing is for a fact, bro, you can lie to anybody, but you can't lie to yourself. You can't. And that's just one thing that we all just need to really recognize, that especially when it comes to our coping mechanisms, they they really do have a big part to play. And you can't ghost your feelings. And this really pertains to me because that's one of the things that I used to do a lot. I used to go ghost. I used to push back from people, just stay by myself, and I really used to put myself in a place where I was just self-isolated all the time, and I was around nobody but me. And so when I would do that, it would put me in a place where like I would not have no human interaction. So every single time that I get into a situation where I would be like, dang, ooh, she pretty, I want to talk to her. Ooh, dang. And like talk to more people, maybe like network, you know what I'm saying, build more friendships, stuff like that. I would be nervous, I'd be anxious. And through that, I would just think like, dang, maybe I'm just like a little weird or something. So then even further, I would deepen my roots of self-isolation unconsciously. Just doing it by my own hand and doing it to myself, just because of the fact that I didn't recognize that self-isolation, you know what I mean, my coping mechanism, the thing that I was choosing to try to heal the way that I felt, to try to heal the circumstance that I was in, was not helping me. Yeah. Self-isolation, I've been really familiar with it. It's really been one of my biggest tools and one of my biggest helps to be where I'm at now. Though now that I like take like and I see a different aspect on it, I really do see it as it's like self-isolation is just one of those things that has to have a balance if you do it. And I say it has to have a balance because there's like a certain point of time that's good, that's really good to spend by yourself. And then at that same point, the fact that you have to go outside, you know what I mean? Like there's a part of you that needs people interaction. And when I was first doing it, and when I was just doing it, I just avoided that at all. Like I just didn't care. And so I'd be wondering why, like I would have such anxiety problems, like why I'd have such a hard time talking to women, talking to people, you know what I mean, in person. Because I just wouldn't get that in real life part. And so I would just be, you know what I'm saying, texting all the time. And yeah, that does it. Like, I would talk to people, but I do feel like having, like, real, genuine human interaction with other human beings, you know what I'm saying? People who you don't know. Besides, even with the formalities, the hey, how are you, good morning, it's just smiling at somebody. A lot of those things can help, like, can teach you. Because you start to observe things from random people, right? And I do feel like a key part of life is the people who you're surrounded by. Because I don't know, for too many, like I was just like, I didn't like people. That was just my thing. I was just really afraid and I just didn't like people. So then I would never put myself in a circumstance to be around other people. But then when I was in high school and shit, I'd be wondering, I'd be like, dang, why am I at the crib all the time? You know what I'm saying? Like, why don't I talk to nobody? Like, I actually struggled, like, holding conversations. Like, I'd be getting nervous and shit. And then I wouldn't be understanding the fact that I would be so by myself all the time. I would be so in my room and confined between these walls that I would low-key lose how to conversate. Like, the simple fact that, like, every single minor convenience that hit me, bruh, I just went ghost, dude. I just hit Danny Phantom in that bit. I really and simply just went away. And you can't ghost your problems away. I'm not gonna lie. You can't ghost your problems away. The same way I said earlier, bro. If I had to think about it, bro. I really had to think to myself. If I have kids, am I gonna ghost my kids? No. So it's like, as much as it's a good coping mechanism, and as much as it may have served me and it's been used well up until this point, though I have to understand there's a time and place for everything. And I feel that now with this video that I'm taking the time to really evaluate why. You know what I'm saying? our coping mechanisms and the things that we do to help us heal. Well, that's just something too. Like, our ways of thinking, the way that we are. If you want to have children, you know what I'm saying? If that's something in your head type shit, then you're going to have to think about your habits and think about the things that you do too, because that's the same things that can rub off to them. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? You know what you struggle with and everything like that. So, you would want to embrace yourself and place yourself around good coping mechanisms or having good outlets to refuel yourself, right? Because I'd say I would use ghosting as an outlet to like get my energy back. That's how I got my energy back. Though I didn't know that I was being introverted when I was doing that, right? And being an introvert, you just get energy off of being by yourself. And bro, I really did use that as a crutch to not talk to people. I'd be like, oh dang, I'm too nervous. Dang. What you mean you too nervous? Man, bro, there would just be simply sometimes like I would choke up on my words, bro. Like there'd be a girl that I want to talk to type shit. Bro, I want to go up to her. I know, word choked in my throat. And I don't want to say that's all because of self-isolation. But it definitely does play a part, and it does play a role. Because it's like when you're constantly putting yourself purposely out of people's way to not be seen or to not be, you know what I'm saying, talked to, you do lose some of that human interaction that is very pivotal, especially like, dang, like this was during, I don't want to say, this was after COVID. But yeah, even though like, I still had that like, that shutter mindset. And that wasn't even like, I don't even want to say that's the quarantine mindset. But really, I just got stuck there. And so I would low-key use that as an excuse too for why I wouldn't be going out. You know what I mean? Because I was just so used to being in my room type shit and just being by myself that I would just put myself away from people. Which is like I said, bro, everything in life really does need a balance. I genuinely see that. And bro, you just gotta find that balance for you. That's what I feel like. Because when it comes to being introverted, when it comes to conserving your energy by yourself, I understand, and I fully understand the fact that like my alone time is my alone time. Like that's one thing that I love and that I can't live without is my alone time. And so if that's the case, then I bet that's how you conserve energy by yourself. So that, like I said, bro, that's not gonna stop you from putting yourself in a situation where to talk to people. Cause you know what I mean? I really felt like at a point in time, I was too cool to speak to people. I was just too cool to talk to nobody. I was just, you ain't even worth talking to. But now it's just like, hey, how you doing? Good morning. What's up? Oh, I like your dress. I bet. You know what I'm saying? Like, it be, I think it's fun to talk to random people now. I'm not gonna lie. Because sometimes, bro, I used to be seeing my mama at the store, bro. And then she would just be talking to random people. And I'm like, how do you do it? Like, she just talking to everybody. She, just making a conversation. And I'm like, standing there. I'm like a mime. All I do is move around. I just follow in her shadow around the stove. No, but that's how that felt. Because I'm like, dang, you just over here talking to everybody and I can't even say, hello. Bro. I'm cooked. I'm cooked. No. Yeah. Just evaluating your coping mechanisms and the things that you surround yourself with, I feel like it's just very important. Because like I said, it can bleed into your other aspects of your life. And especially, bro, like I said, if you want to have kids, bro, if that's something that you want, you know what I'm saying? Like, think about that genuinely. Because like I said, bro, you can't ghost your kids. I mean, I say you can't because I don't mess with that. But yeah, it's just like, that's just something that I really got addicted to. And it really put me in a situation to be like, okay, bet. Literally at every minor inconvenience, every single time that I felt off, a little funny, maybe even a little silly, I would just be in my room. I would just be in my room and lock myself away like that because I felt like that was the only way that I could get away. um, which was definitely not the case. Definitely not the case. I just didn't understand. I just didn't understand who I was at that point in time, and that's just one of those things about life, bro. You just going. Sometimes you may not understand yourself, but it's gonna lead you somewhere one day. You know what I mean? Like you may not know what's going on, bro, but something good is happening. And so, yeah, just push yourself towards it, bro. I always say, and I be telling y'all, make that harder choice. Whatever decision makes you feel a little nervous, that's probably the decision that you should be making. Because if it's nervous, it's reducing your comfortability. You know what I mean? And it's widening your comfortability circle. So if you're comfortable doing more things, you know what I mean? Like walking up to people, talking to people, things like that, and just genuinely doing that, then yeah, like it's, I don't want to say it's hard, but people aren't hard to talk to. I feel like we just overcomplicate the process of talking to people, and we overcomplicate the process of interacting with the world around us. Because I don't know. Sometimes I'm feeling like I even be losing touch, but that's just because I just don't be outside too often. But you don't gotta go outside, bro. And that'd be another thing too. Man, y'all ever got hurt so bad that you started to like nature? boy, if you got hurt so bad you started to like nature, you get what I'm saying? Like, you start to appreciate shit. Not gonna lie. And that's another thing. I just truly see as we grow older, bro, that we're always gonna have things that we see and we recollect in our memories that just we not gonna be cool with no more. And that's how that should be. Because I just feel like aging is a process of recognizing and also growing old. Because when it really comes down to it at the end of the day, if you can recognize it and you can see it before it happens, you can do it. You're prepared. You know what I'm saying? Like you see, you're aware, and you're aware of all these things. And I feel like this awareness is a blessing and a curse, because really, like, you'll be so aware to the point that you'll see everything that you do, and then it'll be the same thing, because with the you see everything that you do, so you're constantly trying to micromanage everything. But now I feel like that's just one of the other things too, bro. We just be making life too complicated. Life don't need to be this complicated. I feel like we overcomplicate it with emotions and feelings, because it's as simple as doing what you got to do. Like, you know what you got to do, so you just got to do it. But yeah. Can't ghost your kids, Twinsky. And hell yeah. Okay, y'all, bro. Stay up, tee up, do the same, shout it.